Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to sit down for this one. Take a deep breath and hear this. South Africa is broke. Not the type of broke where you're waiting for payday and eating 2-minute Maggie noodles for a week. No, we are broke. We are so broke that even broke people start looking at us and say, Ish, shame man, I'll send you airtime. That is how deep we are in the broke rabbit hole. Let me break it down. If South Africa was a person, it would be that uncle who shows up at the braai wearing Gucci sandals, holding a castle light, acting like he's balling, and then he asks you for petrol money when no one's watching just so that he can get home. That's our government. They roll up in their 2 million rand BMWs, walking around with bodyguards, and look at us straight in the eyes and say, we don't have money. Bruh, if you're broke, why do you look like the villain of a Nigerian movie? Here's our economy in a nutshell. Imagine you get paid on Friday. You blow all your money on bottles at Gonka. You buy your side chick a weave and nails and put in a tender for your cousin's fake company. By Monday, you're crying, you're broke, and you're asking your mother for taxi money. That's us. Except instead of Monday, it's been the last 30 years. And the cherry on top, Eskom, the top company in the world that charges you more money for less product. Like, imagine Nando's charging you 200 rand for a half chicken, but then only giving you the bones. That's Eskom. They have been shedding our loads so much that even gym instructors are jealous. And they'll come to us and say, we are upgrading the system. Bruv, you've been upgrading for 20 years. You're like that one cousin who says, I'm going to change, I promise. But every Christmas, he's still asking for bail money. Eskom is the Uber Eats of darkness. Consistent delivery of one thing, vibes. Let's also talk about South African Airways. Our national airline is so broke, I swear their slogan should be SAA, will only take you halfway. They are literally selling tickets to places they cannot afford to land. Imagine buying a ticket to London and then halfway through, the pilot says, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we cannot afford to continue this trip, so we're going to park in Botswana. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, taxis are more reliable. And at least when a taxi says full tank, you know you're going somewhere. But here's the kicker, my little noodles. The government tells you they don't have money. Hospitals collapsing, schools falling apart, people starving. But somehow, they always have the money for VIP protection. Millions and millions spent so that some minister can have bodyguards while he shops at Woolies. Like, bro, who's trying to assassinate you while you're buying rotisserie chicken? The only thing dangerous there is the price because you ruined it. And then they say, we need to borrow more money. From who? Who's still lending us money at this point? I'd like to know. We are like that friend who owes everyone in the WhatsApp group money, and then we still ask for another loan in another WhatsApp group. China is already tired of us. At this rate, they're going to start charging us interest in rice. Imagine paying back debt with pap and soy sauce. And don't even get me started on the rand. The rand is not even a currency anymore. It's a suggestion. Pull out 100 rand today and people laugh like you've just cracked a joke. What are you going to buy with that, boss? 2 slices of bread and maybe a tomato. Unfortunately, it's not worth that much anymore. It's not 2005, guys. It's 2025. But nonetheless, let's talk about what this exactly means for us. The lay people. Because trust me, the politicians are not broke. They are eating, they are chowing. It's us, me and you, who are catching the smoke. It's the guy at the garage putting in petrol 1 liter at a time, hoping to reach his home of Midrand. It's the mom who now makes pap with extra water because these kids must learn how to swim and economize. It's the student who writes a whole dissertation using only Vodacom's "please call me." We are the ones who have to improvise, hustle, and make miracles every day. South Africans are the only people who can turn struggle into a comedy skit. We are broke, but we're still gonna dance in the dark when the club's lights go out and braai outside. And when you hear the ANC saying, we're working on solutions, the only solution they've worked on for 30 years is how to stay in power. And boy, oh boy, has it been successful. If this was an exam, the ANC would be that student copying from the DA, but still failing. You had 30 years to study, and you still don't know the answers. Please, man, please, man. They tell you, tighten your belts. But every time you look, they're loosening theirs at the buffet table. How long do you think people are going to keep listening to that horseradish? Here's the truth. South Africa is broke, not because we don't have resources, not because we don't have brains, not because we don't have the potential. We are broke because we keep letting the clowns run the circus. You cannot keep telling a nation of hustlers, people who survive on something like 1.8 a month, people who hustle haircuts on the corner, people who make kota with chips, cheese, and paloni last 3 days, that they must wait for progress while you eat caviar in your mansion. It doesn't work like that. It shouldn't. One day, the broke ones are going to turn around and say, if I can't eat, you cannot either. And that, my friend, is when the truth is going to get very loud. But here's the thing. Despite all this nonsense, South Africans are still here. Still hustling, still making it work, still making jokes, still finding a way. We are the only people who can turn corruption into memes. The only people who can make fun of load shedding while braaiing in the dark. The only people who can smile while queuing for hours because the system is offline. That's the spirit they can't kill. That's the spirit that keeps us alive. South Africa is broke, but broke is not the end of the story. Broke is just the starting point. The problem is not that we're broke. The problem is that the wrong people are holding the wallet. The day South Africans decide to take that wallet back, that day the truth will get loud. You know what's the funniest part about South Africa being broke though? We've normalized it. It's like we've all collectively accepted that being broke is just part of the culture, part of Heritage Day. Think about it. Being broke is so normal here that it's built into your lingo. You've got words like aish. That covers everything. Aish means I don't have taxi money. Aish means the power just went off mid Supersport and WWE. Aish means the ANC just stole another billion rand. It's the most versatile broke man's word on this country. Being broke is so deep in your DNA that when you get paid, you're still broke. Your salary comes in at the 25th, and by the 27th, you're still eating 2-minute noodles with tomato sauce like it's gourmet. Why? Because the government designed your life to be expensive for the honest and cheap for the connected. Now, let's talk about broke culture. When the country is broke, what do broke citizens do? They start hacking the system. Like those uncles who buy one KFC Streetwise 2, then order 4 extra plates and split it with the whole table. Or that guy who goes to Spur, orders a 20 rand bottomless soda, and then lives in Spur for 6 hours, refilling it like it's a Wi-Fi hotspot. Broke culture is also when the government tells you free education, free electricity, free housing, free toilet seats, free toilet paper. But what they actually mean is free chaos, free corruption, free load shedding. We even broke differently compared to the rest of the world. In America, when people are broke, they say, sorry bro, I can't hang out, I'm broke today. In South Africa, when people are broke, They'll still go out, buy beers for everyone. Your girlfriend will still have a new set of nails. And then later, you'll see another Snap scan request for petrol money. And here's where it gets darkly funny. Your broke culture is so strong that your government literally operates like a broke uncle. Think about it. Always borrowing money they cannot pay back. Always making promises they can't keep. Always asking for just one more chance, even though you know they'll mess it up again. It's like the uncle who says he's going to buy bread, disappears for 3 hours, and comes back smelling like castle light. That's the ANC for you. And then you ask your beloved government, where's the money? They'll give you excuses even better than your broke friend. Your broke friend says, nah, chief, I'll pay you next week. My e-wallet didn't clear. The ANC says, nah, chief, it's because of apartheid, the BRICS summit, Ukraine war, load shedding, colonialism, inflation, the moon eclipse, global warming, Kanye West is coming this December, Drake is coming next year, and Jacob Zuma's ancestors. They'll always have a reason, but never a solution. You want to know what else your broke culture has created? A side hustle economy. Everyone's a hustler now. Your Uber driver is still also selling avocados at his boot. Your barber is probably a forex trader. Your auntie is probably a sangoma during the week, but on weekends, she sells kota outside the stadium at the Soweto Derby. Why? Because the government said, we're broke, but figure it out yourself. And the craziest part, the government is broke, but the politicians are not. They are sitting with Rolexes on their wrists, Louis Vuitton shoes on their feet, and G-Wagons in their garages. Meanwhile, you're out here asking if you should switch from Rama margarine to white label butter because Pick and Pay is squeezing your necks. That's the joke of South Africa. We are broke as a nation, but not broke in talent, not broke in potential, not broke in resources. We are just broke because the wrong people are managing the money you work hard for. It's like giving your bank card to that one drunk cousin who's at Groove. You see, the money is gone before the song even hits the chorus. Thank you so much for getting Don Summer Sambit to 1,000 subscribers. I knew you could do it. Now there's just one more thing you must do for me. Get this channel to 100K, and then we'll have completed our yearly goal. I remember around this time last year, I was at about 200 subscribers, and I was telling you, for those of you who were there then, step by step, my step-by-step plan of being where we are today. And look where we are now. It's unbelievable when it happens, right? That's D's brain for you. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. I'm watching you.